Okay, let's look at my actually the second round game. I took a bye in the first round because I got here later than I wanted to. Let's take a quick look. E4, E5, knight F3, knight C6, knight C3, knight F6. I was actually playing black, and it's obvious that white wanted the 4 knights opening. Pawn D4, which is very interesting and is one of the openings I will have on the website soon. I wasn't quite sure what to do, so I went through basic analysis, and the final determination was to go ahead and take the piece, take the pawn. He replied with knight capture. Everything's fine here. I pinned the knight, even though bishop to C5 is probably fine. I want to do something a little different, so I want bishop to B4. He takes the knight off. I took with the outside pawn, the B pawn, so that I'd have the ability to play pawn to D5 later. He played to protect the E4 pawn. I want to free up my other bishop to play, even though, well, I think this was the proper move. But I really want to stop this bishop pin here. He castled. I think now I should go ahead and stop the pin. There's nothing he can do right away in the center before I castle. I castled, and there you go. Sometimes in chess you just hope they don't make a move, and playing hope chess never really works out. So I decided I was not going to let him weaken my castle by making exchanges on F6, even though after the queen takes, take, he does have a queen to attack, but all my pawns around my king are weak. Actually, every pawn I have on the board is weak. I just don't like that. So I broke the pin. And in the other tab, you can see the analysis that Fritz gave the game, and it didn't mention very much about my pawn pushes. I took off the other knight. I wasn't very happy about that either. They just gave him the bishop pair for doubled isolated pawns, but they're on a closed file. I'm not going to be able to do much with them. Well, my bishop, I was tempted to play him all the way out, but I said I might need that later, especially after I already exchanged off the bishop. D2 looks like he's going after the weak pawn there. Well, if he tries to go after it, he's going to lose this bishop. And my queen's already protecting the pawn, and D6 will protect it as well, or F6 will protect it as well. A3, I think he wanted to use his knight. He was afraid to lose a pawn over in the corner. I wanted to delay this capture, but I couldn't think of any really good reason to delay it. I thought I would take back with the F pawn, opening up the file here, has control here, and he still has this to go against that pawn. I think capturing with the F pawn to open up that file would have been a lot better. Here, I really should have played f6, it just doesn't look very active. It doesn't look very good to me. And lately, I think it's probably the best move here. I was tired of playing passively and wanted to try to dictate plays, just respond to it. I mean, e2 is going to try to get into these holes on the king side. And this showed me that I wasn't paying close attention, because all these next few moves are forced, and I never saw it. Queen c4, check. He's attacking the king and attacking my pawn there. So I don't have much of a choice. I have to lock it with my queen. Our queens are off the board. We both have weakened pawn structures, but I think he's able to make the first attack. He's attacking my pawn. If I try to protect it passively, he'll push up, he'll take. Now I got double isolated pawns, and his rooks are poised to attack him. So, if he takes that, I'm going to end up capturing these two pawns. He'll end up capturing those two pawns. That'll give him an outside pass pawn, which I think is pretty significant. I thought that he would be better here. And this is why I say very often that chess is all about thinking longer than your opponent does. Because many of the mistakes that we make aren't because we didn't know any better, it's because we got tired and stopped looking. The mistake that he made, rook c1, protects the c pawn, and now he's going to go after the a pawn, but he's going to lose the f pawn. The f pawn is more important than any of these other pawns because it's so close to your king. That's what happened. Now, with pawn wise, we both have 5 pawns, but now he has 4 pawns. Plays between the 2 rooks, so I can't catch her here because he'll take the rook off. But I could catch her here, which would leave him with 3 pawns against 5 pawns. What I actually do is I take the check. Now I'm attacking this pawn, thinking that I'm going to take this pawn and this pawn. When he gets this pawn, the rook will already be covering the pawn there. And it's also important to note that his king is so exposed to checks and threats by the rooks that his ability to advance his pawn will be hampered. Rook d1, I think that causes a problem too. He's still going to lose this pawn if he tries to interpose a rook. There's a good chance he's going to lose both of them. So he takes the e7 pawn. Now he has 2 pawns, I have 4 pawns. Now he has one pawn, I have 4 pawns. Of course, I'm threatening mate. I'm trying to get his king as far away from helping these pawns as possible. Not that it matters, but I'm going to stay in practice. Now he won't be able to protect from behind. If he tries to protect from in front with this rook, he falls to mate on the back range. At this point, white resigned.